Hello, I'm Gian De La Rama, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Aiah, and we are the company that helps our customers sell more using our conversational commerce and robotic process automation bots. So, what problems or problem are we trying to solve? So, for today's business, automation is no longer an option. In fact, it's an imperative. Not having an automated storefront can severely affect the health of your business because you're not able to sell where your clients currently are. And also, if you're a larger company, not having an automated and digital back office will impede your operations. Unfortunately, solutions that are available are not always that accessible. And that is what the Aiah platform is for. So the Aiah platform allows us to deploy conversational commerce and robotic process automation bots that help companies sell more in many cases less than a day. So we sell two different types of bots under the platform. One is Aiah Commerce, which allows companies to sell via chat or social. So channels like Facebook Messenger, Instagram, and Facebook Shops are supported. And also, we sell a bot called Aiah Actions, which is a robotic process automation bot that automates the highly repetitive and voluminous order processing, sales order and purchase order um, encoding processes of our customers. So we sell primarily to the companies in the retail, consumer goods, and telecommunications spaces. And over the past couple of months, we've deployed the bots to companies large and small, and into organizations as well. And I'd like to highlight, three uh, proven successes that we've had this year. One is with Globe Telecom, wherein we were able to automate the lead generation processes via chat of one of their business units. Second is with a large food and consumer goods manufacturing company, wherein we were able to reduce the processing time of their purchase order and sales order operations by over 60%. And then finally, we've worked with the Department of Health and other startups to actually deploy the IRA contra COVID chatbot, a chatbot which Facebook themselves have hailed as one of the fastest deployed COVID-19 bots in the Asia Pacific region. And to date, that bot has served over 500,000 Filipinos. And over this past 11 months, we've seen tremendous success. In fact, we've experienced over three times year-on-year revenue growth. We've served over 1.4 million customers every month to date, and we've done 20 million transactions every month as well throughout all of our bots. We have a staff of over 105 uh, people, and I'm pretty proud of the fact that over three-fourths of our executive team are women, and more than half of our management ranks are women as well. And we support three major advocacies in the company. And looking at the competitive landscape, we're the only conversational process automation solution with the fastest time to value, wherein we can deploy, as I mentioned earlier, our bots in many cases in less than 1 day. And just to reiterate, a lot of our customers are leaders in their field, and a lot of the partners that we've worked with are the leaders in their respective fields as well. So yeah, that is what we do at Aiah. We're currently raising our Series A. I invite investors who are interested um, to reach out to myself so that we can schedule a meeting. And if there are anyone who wants to join the company, feel free to hit me up as well, as we have currently over a dozen job openings. So, thank you very much and have a wonderful Philippine Startup Week.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Uy, and I'm the co founder and head of business development of Brooky Technologies. Say hello to Brooky. Brooky makes it easy for real estate developers to send information to their sales team using our data management and artificial intelligence platform. I've been a real estate broker for the past 9 years, and when it comes to sales, giving the right information at the right time is absolutely crucial to closing that deal. However, our real estate developers often lack the infrastructure to support their sales team so that they can give that information to the clients. And without the right infrastructure, we can end up with losing sales. And it turns out I'm not alone with with this problem. A study in Harvard Business Review showed that when companies do not respond to leads in less than 5 minutes, their chances of converting that lead will decrease by 400%. So, this means that the longer that we're able to respond to our clients, the less likely that we'll be able to close that deal. We can be so good at lead generation, but when it comes to answering and catering to those leads, there's a gap in the process. And this is why Brooky is very useful right now in this time of pandemic, especially now that there's a need for us to go digital, wherein our buyers are not able to go to our offices to reserve the properties that they want. Now, buyers want to be able to reserve properties online and through digital means. Brooky is a web and mobile application that helps real estate developers communicate better with their sales team, automate manual tasks, and resulting in more closed deals. We help real estate developers in three major ways. First, we make it easy for the real estate sales team by giving them access to the latest updates on their inventories, sales kits, sample computations, and more. Basically, everything that their sales team will need to assist their clients. At the same time, we also make it easy for their buyers as well. We provide them the ability to do contactless transactions, again, which is very relevant in the pandemic today. We allow their buyers to fill up their forms online, do digital signature, reserve their units, and pay for their units all online. And at the same time, we also help real estate developers and their staff by allowing them to work seamlessly both at home and the office through our cloud based platform, as well as automating their manual tasks. So, some of the things that we'd like to show you is the state of the real estate industry in the Philippines today. I think we all know the potential of the real estate market and how big it is. So currently we are at 170 billion US dollars in the Philippines alone. But at the same time, we also have to realize that we have a 6.7 million housing backlog, which means we can foresee that there will be even more real estate developers that will be coming in and creating projects for our Filipinos. Our revenue model is we charge a subscription fee per developer per project that they develop per month. Our market validation, we had a client that is a mid-cost to high-end real estate developer. The location is in northern Mindanao. So in the first few months of using Brooky, they were able to generate 2,200 inquiries from their sales team. If they were to manually answer each of those inquiries, it would actually take maybe around 3 minutes to answer each inquiry. But because of Brooky was able to answer those inquiries automatically and within seconds, which saved them 14 working days. We also did a survey among their sales team and we received a 100% approval rate, with 50% saying that they were able to close a deal using Brooky. Another client that we had is located in Batangas, and one of the problems they had is generating sample computations. Normally, it would take their staff 3 days to generate term sheets, but with Brooky, they're able to do that in a span of only less than 10 minutes. Currently, we are partnered with several real estate developers located in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. We currently have 24 real estate projects now on board with Brooky. Now I'd like to introduce you to our team. Our CEO and Chief of Product and Design is my husband, Elroy Uta, who is an entrepreneur and also the owner of co-working space The Foundry. We also have our chief developer and operations, John Vincent Fiel, who is also the startup founder of Wella School Systems. At the same time, we have our chief technology officer, Chris Ian Fiel, who also has his own dev shop by web and mobile apps. And of course, there's me. I've been in the real estate industry for 9 years already. We are also being supported by Idea Space, which is one of the top accelerators here in the Philippines. We aim to be the leading platform for automation in real estate in the Philippines, Southeast Asia, and beyond. Again, we are Brooky Technologies.
Hi, I'm Cherry, founder and CEO of Cawil.AI, bringing AI technology from lab to life. An average of 1 million image datasets is needed for most machine learning production, and data generated every minute is necessary to power most technology and autonomous vehicle. AI vertical is endless. Integration to household equipment, mobile gadgets, autonomous vehicle, and medical image identification. But scientists keeps on focusing on tools instead of the data that powers all these machines. For maximum accuracy, these images are labeled by human for human-like decision making. Our solution is providing a data labeling and annotation services, customized, agile, reliable, accurate, and secure datasets from ground truthing to model validation and model improvement. We are an industry agnostic artificial intelligence solution with customized tooling that focuses on computer vision to provide accurate datasets for most machine learning models. Cawil.AI has its own customized computer vision tools that integrated to web and mobile application, autonomous application, robotics, and Internet of Things. We provide AI as a service through cloud subscription bundled to annotation and our premium service for AI enterprise integration. The demand for data annotation tools is growing rapidly. This is a $50 billion market and want to take 5% of the Asia and the Pacific region. Our clients are companies that are in adoption of AI technology and generates huge amount of data from day-to-day application like banks, medical research, telecommunication, airlines, transportation, manufacturing, and more. Our milestone through grants and environmental initiative by providing AI integrated mobile and web application. We also have a notable partnership with foreign company like Drone Solutions in Singapore for AI-driven data analytics for their drones. To further validate our capabilities, we provide a real-time contact tracing system using computer vision AI for safe monitoring and management of human traffic for COVID-19 solution. This is customized without collecting personal data that would breach data privacy. Our go-to-market is focused on the ASEAN region by acquiring partnerships and clients for environmental management, smart cities application, manufacturing, and industry automation through robotics and AI-enabled training for the future of work. In summary, we have a built, customized data labeling and annotation service, pilot stage in AI, with data accuracy at 94% and a current market size of $50 billion. With more than 20 years of combined experience in building AI products and services from research to sustainability, We are the front runner in computer vision AI in the Philippines, empowering women in leadership. We are Cawil.AI, bringing AI technology to life for humanity with human-powered computing solution. This is our contact. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. My name is Dre Alquiros from Senti AI. We are the pioneering artificial intelligence company in the Philippines. At Senti, our mission is to empower humans and organizations to work efficiently with artificial intelligence. To do this, we must give machines the ability to understand humans, and in the Philippines, the ability to understand Filipinos. This is why we combine nearly 3 decades of academic research with deep industry experience to produce cutting edge AI projects with meaningful impact. The company started when our founders won the Startup Weekend Manila in 2013, where they created a proprietary social analytics tool that listened and analyzed Filipino conversations online. But we didn't stop there. The same groundbreaking technology now powers Senti AI's other solutions. Over the years, we've grown from 2 people to at least 30 people and won numerous awards. Recently, our CEO was recognized as an outstanding entrepreneur who is able to innovate ideas, develop new markets, create wealth, and generate jobs. To be able to achieve our mission, we have worked with our key strengths, our people, our global, community, and research networks, and our tech community network, AI Pilipinas. Over the years, we have encountered problems that we try to solve with AI leadership. We solve the lack of awareness in AI by conducting trainings to schools, corporations, and government institutions. We contribute to the Philippine scientific community by combining academic research and business value, wherein our main focus is to make machines understand Filipino languages. We solve the lack of talent by establishing AI Pilipinas, a community that cultivates anyone interested in AI through regular meetups and sharing of professional experiences. And we contribute to society by organizing hackfests, where we encourage the local AI community to help NGOs augment their limited manpower by leveraging AI. This year, we partnered with the Department of Health to create an AI system that helps deliver updated information on COVID-19 policies for the whole Philippines. Senti also offers a wide range of AI services, from machine learning pipeline engineering to generic and custom machine learning. We also offer pre-built AI solutions that are fully customizable and easy to integrate. Our solutions are Pulse, Natter, Volant, and Voix. We would like to highlight on Senti Voix. It is a contact center solution powered by our localization engine, Senti Balagtas, that will help deliver outstanding customer experience and drive operational efficiency within organizations. Here's a short video of what Voix can do.
I am your assistant for today. How may I help you?
Until when ako pwede magbayad ng phone bill during ECQ?
There is a 60-day grace period for phone bill payments that fell under ECQ.
So, kailan ako dapat magbayad?
Okay, but first I would need to get your account number.
1299.
Senti Voix lets customers direct the flow of the conversation, whether it is in English, Tagalog, or Taglish.
Ang original due date mo is on March 31, pero pwede ka nang magbayad until May 30.
Okay, magkano babayaran ko?
Ang account balance mo ay 2,609 pesos and 65 centavos. Gusto mo na bang bayaran?
Hindi na muna.
Okay, do you have any other concerns?
Paano ko pabibilisin yung download speed ko?
Pwede nating i-upgrade yung plan mo. Do you want me to transfer you to a specialist to help?
Yes, please, kasi hindi na talaga ako makapag-upload.
Senti Voix analyzes your customer sentiments in real time. More complex cases are seamlessly handed off to human agents for further assistance.
Transferring to specialist Drew.
Hello, I'm Drew. Kita ko po na gusto niyo magpa-upgrade.
Senti gives agents with continuous support by providing real-time step-by-step assistance.
Nirefer ko na po yung request nyo for an upgrade sa plan. Can I help you with anything else?
No, okay na. Salamat talaga.
Our strategic partners include Google Cloud, PLDT Enterprise, and Amazon Web Services. Our market penetration includes a major airline company, a nonprofit organization, and many more. I would like to end with a quote from our CEO, Ralph Regalado. For every new wave of innovation, it is an opportunity for countries to leapfrog their way to the top. This is the reason why we built Senti AI, to help the Philippines speed up our adoption to AI by enabling organizations to understand its value and apply it. As you can see, we've journeyed far and there's still a long way to go. But we started here at QBO and we are thankful. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Deirdre and I'm the CEO and founder of an e-learning startup called Liyab. What we do in Liyab is we help Gen Z Filipinos transition to working life and establish their careers. Why are we in this space? So for the past couple of years, I've been hiring a lot of students and fresh graduates for different entry-level positions. And what I've noticed is that this next generation of the workforce, there's a lot of potential there. However, they face a couple of harsh statistics, starting with only up to 40% of them will land a job of any kind, and that's considering graduates only. And then actually for employers, they actually see that around one third of them are, are actually employable. So that's a really sad part here. But the good part is that there are a lot of organizations that are trying to help out in this space, starting with like the schools organizing career talks and workshops. There are development programs by NGOs, blogs by like job hunting websites that help. And then there's also coaching and mentorship available, plus digital learning platforms offering courses that are focused on job hunting. However, what we found is that not all of these sort of organizations have a wide reach, so it's not really accessible by a lot of Filipinos. Next is that it's not necessarily broadly applicable. It depends on the type of industries or disciplines that each of these organizations would decide to focus on. Next is that though most of them are locally relevant, some of them, like for example, the digital learning platforms offered abroad are not necessarily locally relevant. And then it's not also in an engaging format, especially when it comes to Gen Z Filipinos. It now takes a more sort of engaging approach to make sure that they do learn from any of the courses or learning content that you put out. And finally, it's not necessarily in a very scalable model, especially for those that only organize talks and workshops. So this is where Liyab comes in. We try as much as possible to widen the reach through delivering all of our learning content online. We try as much as possible to make sure the content is broadly applicable to a wide variety of industries and disciplines. And especially, we are locally relevant because we draw from our expertise and experience here in the local Philippine market. We try to deliver it in an engaging format, especially one that truly ensures that Gen Z Filipinos learn from what we teach them. And finally, we deliver it through a scalable model, meaning our tech. Where we are at is actually we work with a couple of educational institutions to make sure that we are able to augment or complement any of their existing career support programs. And next, we help the employment side as well, where we try to provide a platform for hiring companies right now to be able to tap into the younger market of the workforce. But bulk of really what we do at Liyab is that in that transition period, that's from education to employment through the different learning programs that we offer. So our learning programs are actually rooted in our experience as a founding team. All of us has had experience hiring for the next generation of the workforce. Starting with me, I started my career in HR. We are joined by Peter Cauton, who has 20 plus years of experience in HR and has actually founded startups in the future of work field. And then we have Mark, who is also joining us, who's led an exemplary career in IT. So through our combined experience, we actually have a learning platform where we deliver our content right now. It's live with a couple of free courses on starting with like crafting your personal elevator pitch in order to be able to answer the tell us more about yourself question when it comes to the interviews, and of course job hunting in the new normal. So all of these are available online, and actually what's great is that because they're not necessarily delivered live, anyone with even just a slow internet connection can download the videos and watch the content and go through the modules at their own pace. So that's been really helpful, especially during COVID, during this time. Aside from the founding team, we also tap into a wide network of HR professionals. It's not just us, we're also helped by a lot of HR professionals here in the local market. And in particular, we've tapped into that network to close the year with being able to conduct 900 plus mock interviews for different partners and learners that we have. Further things that we're ending the year with, we have 4,000 plus community members in our career support group where anyone is just free to ask any job hunting question, and our community is just there to help. And then we are closing the year with 40 plus learning events to help them job hunt, figure out the next steps of their career, and more career development advice. What to expect in our next year, because that's how we're ending our first year. For the future of Liyab, we are organizing more online learning events, implementing more virtual career support services, and more digital job hunting courses. So if you are interested in any of that, please check out our website or email us at team@liyab.ph, and let's talk about how we can collaborate to help empower the next generation of the Filipino workforce. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Timmy, and I run the operations of Payruler, an HR technology startup from Cebu City. Mayong adlaw. According to a study done by the Stanford School of Business, it's people and not products that are the key differentiator in a company's future success. And the chief steward of this all too important asset within the company and in any economy is really the human resource department. However, according to that same study, the majority of an HR's work is mostly administrative. On top of that, HRs and businesses have to deal with inaccuracies and inefficiencies with dealing with manual or distributed systems. So we built Payruler. Payruler is a comprehensive and customizable human resource management system that integrates the management of the entire employee life cycle from hiring to retiring, and it automates the manual reports generation for internal and government reporting. And it also does streamline HR admin work by allowing employees to do stuff for themselves. So Payruler is composed of 6 major modules to address the most tedious and repetitive aspects of HR processes. So the hire module saves a lot of time for HRs because there's no more re-encoding from paper forms and emails, and all is done by HR, by the applicant themselves. And once the applicant is hired, with a few clicks of a button, or his or her record is then transformed into an employee record, which is then managed by our second module, Identify. So Identify is essentially the digitized 201 file of an employee, and it really contains all of the information that you need to know about an employee. So from personal information to vital information accumulated through an employee's journey in the company, such as career movement, skills, and certifications, to name just a few. The next module is then called Track. So Track is really, it consolidates all of the employees' clock in and clock outs and automatically tallies these from different sources. Track also maintains the list of holidays, policies with regards to attendance, and also the different considerations that need to be put in for people that work at night or night differential. And it can really accommodate as much shift as the company requires, really depending on the business need. So like in the case of one of our clients, Sky Logistics, now Macro Asia, is the ground crew counterpart of Philippine Airlines. And they used to spend 1,000 hours on payroll and just preparing these timesheets. But with Payruler, that has been cut in half, and the system has practically paid for itself in cost savings. So using that data from Track, our fourth module, Compute, then generates the payroll data of a company based on the payroll schedule or payout schedule. Based on the setup also, it automatically deducts everything, all the loans, the statutory benefits of an employee, such as for PhilHealth, SSS, Pag-ibig, and it also outputs the bank text file that is needed by payroll to disburse, to do a mass disbursement for all, most if not all banks. So our fifth module is now Analyze, which has over 70 standard reports for drilling down and expanding on data that HR will need to help steer the company's workforce. And a favorite part of the Analyze module, which is relevant now, is really the 13th month and tax annualization feature, because what they used to have to do manually in the past and tally in the past very tediously is all automatically generated within Payruler. Our current reality has shifted so much in the past few months. The coronavirus has really drastically reshaped how we work, where we work, and the technologies we use to stay connected. And this is where Empower, our last module, has really helped HR take on the added challenge of the pandemic. So with the employee self-service, employees still have access to filing applications and the quintessential logging in and logging out from work, and this has been uninterrupted. So within Payruler also, companies are able to collect the required daily health monitoring data still via the Empower portal. And this is especially useful as some of companies are already shifting, going back to the workplace. And it's, of course, needed in compliance with government requirements. So a little bit more about us. We are 5 years old and we have clients in around 15 out of the 17 industries recognized by the DTI. Thus, we effectively have experience in HR process automation in 88% of the industries. We currently have over 100 clients spread across the Philippines, with companies as small as 8 and as big as 20,000. And we're a team of 30 spread across Metro Manila and Cebu. So we're also very thankful to be backed by these organizations that have contributed significantly to our growth. And with that, I thank you for listening, taking time to listen to Payruler's story, and daghang salamat.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Yu and I'm from Rumarocket. Let me tell you about the challenge that our startup is solving today. The pace for digitalization is rapidly accelerating. More and more companies today are realizing that survival means going digital, and that the companies who succeed in this rapidly changing environment are the ones who can adapt most quickly. Unfortunately, many companies are facing challenges with their workforces today, and the pandemic has only made things worse. We're experiencing challenges with outsourced teams, work from home arrangements, AI human collaboration, the need for companies to be agile. In the middle of all those people challenges, most companies are having difficulty keeping up. And this is the problem that we at Rumarocket solve. Rumarocket improves business outcomes with behavior change artificial intelligence. We take the technology that makes tools like Facebook and streaming services like Netflix so addictive, and we plug it into the employment process to help companies better engage their employees to be more motivated, productive, and resilient in an ever changing environment. Right now, you can say that most managers today are promoted based on their ability to manage results, less on their ability to manage people. Rumarocket converts complex reports, employee data, and information into actionable nudges and recommended solutions that are quick for managers to act on. Nudges help managers turn people data into something actionable. And these nudges are actually personalized for each manager. It evolves to understand what managers care about or are motivated by. And it uses personality testing to help understand what kind of nudges managers are more likely to respond to. At the same time, we've collated a library of actionable recommendations from consultants to help managers answer the burning question that comes when looking at every piece of analytics. What can I do about this? We've applied it not only to productivity, but also to manufacturing companies to help high pressure individuals. So people who don't deal with pressure get different kinds of nudges compared to people who are able to deal with a constant stream of pressure and information. So nudges can be plugged into any people process to make it more efficient and personalized according to a person's needs and personality. At the same time, we've successfully helped companies increase their sales by over 600%, improve retention, and reduce AWOL cases for call centers to the point that it resulted in millions of US dollars in savings. Imagine the power of a group of people inside the company engaged and motivated to work harder. As we grow, we're in the process of building up our offices in Singapore. We've been profitable for over the last 4 years and are in the process of building our Southeast Asia expansion strategy with different companies and partners that we're talking to. The team is made up of an international and diverse set of talents from Southeast Asia. I'm Kathleen, CEO and Chief Data Scientist, the AI part of the operation. I work with Dr. Angela Yu, the Chief Psychologist, who's the behavioral science part of the operation. Our CTO, Jack, is from Taiwan, and we've been graced with the expertise of both Xiao Yong and Rose, our CMO from Singapore, both of whom have extensive operations and venture capital experience. Rumarocket, at the end of the day, is about helping companies nudge their employees to better performance. Invest in your future today. Call us to learn more about how nudges can help you improve, engage, and better motivate your people with artificial intelligence and behavioral science. Have a great day.
Hello, I'm Keisha Mayuga, one of the co-founders of LawKo. Let me start with a story from a few years ago. A farmer named Alberto Magdato was being ejected from the land his house was in. He was served summons, but he wasn't able to file an answer within 10 days as mandated by the law. Alberto was an illiterate farmer and had tuberculosis at the time. He was only able to consult a lawyer days after, ultimately making him 3 days late in filing the answer to the complaint against him. By Christmas time, Alberto's house was demolished, all because he didn't know what to do with the summons. Unfortunately, Alberto isn't the only one who's not knowledgeable about such law processes. Even ordinary Filipinos today don't know how to answer the questions to where do you file a civil complaint for a sum of money amounting to more than 100,000 pesos? Or if a crime just happened, which government office do you approach to report it? These questions are challenging even to the most educated layman. Even myself, I'm not a lawyer myself, but what more to the common Filipino? How can an ordinary citizen access the answers to these questions in an understandable and readable format? LawKo aims to bridge the knowledge gap between a legal system shrouded in complicated terms and processes and a public that desperately needs to know about them. LawKo is a Facebook-based chatbot that assists in giving information about legal processes. The chatbot can direct users to respective offices and courts on the filing, tracking, and following up of cases. Our timeline consists of a short-term, medium-term, and long-term target impacts to help more Filipinos understand legal processes. Our short-term target is to finish encoding all Philippine legal processes and translate them into more understandable terms so that LawKo can answer all possible questions referring to any legal process from barangay level up to Supreme Court level. Our goal is to also increase awareness of the rights we have as Filipinos by uploading content on the LawKo page itself and encourage Facebook users to ask questions they don't understand to the chatbot. As for the medium-term goal, we want barangays and government offices to refer their citizens to LawKo as their go-to information resource for processes. Through the convenience of LawKo, Filipinos will be able to make one trip to the barangay hall or courts with all their requirements and knowing all steps and their specific procedures without having to keep going back and forth because they misunderstood a step or failed to bring required paperwork. Finally, our long-term aim is to expand LawKo to other government processes outside the judicial system, such as how to apply for certificates in the BIR or how to get a driver's license from the LTO and other similar processes. We want LawKo to be a one-stop shop where people can ask any question on how to apply for social services and which office is nearest to them. By this time, we aim to partner with government agencies as a trusted resource and partner to help streamline processes and help people through them more efficiently. Aside from expanding to government offices, we also plan to make the chatbot available in different platforms such as SMS to be able to reach those who don't have access to the internet. Our business model relies on three revenue streams to be able to make LawKo sustainable. The first is buy-in fees. This is for lawyers and firms to be included in our pool of referral lawyers for those who need more assistance. Buy-in can also come from future partners who would like to avail of the service and expand to their processes, such as LTO, SSS, PhilHealth, and other agencies. Next is referral fees. This is for those who would like to access a lawyer depending on their need. LawKo can provide the legal processes, but some users may need access to a lawyer in a specific field that is ideally geographically closer to them, which LawKo can refer them to. Lastly, once our service gains more traction, we plan to earn from ad revenue through our online page as well as the website and other platforms once they're up. LawKo responds quickly, as you can see in the demo on the screen. It will give you choices depending on your specific situation, and it's in an easily understandable format so that users don't get overwhelmed with legalese. So it's easy to understand. You can click and you can ask questions to our chatbot. We are currently at the piloting stage, building our knowledge base with some beta testers to ensure the quality of our service. The LawKo team is powered by myself and my co-founder, Alex Austria. Alex is a graduate from the UP College of Law and is responsible for the setup for the knowledge base and providing basic legal information on remedial law. I'm Keisha, an urban planner with experience in research and technology, in charge of developing, testing, and making sure the chatbot is usable and understandable to the public, since I'm not a lawyer myself. So I have to make it more understandable to people like myself and other people. Hopefully, with the development of LawKo, we can help the ordinary Filipino understand legal processes easier and make it more accessible to those who need it, just like our farmer from earlier, Alberto Magdato. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Marlon Valderrama, CEO of Lexmeet. Having a legal problem is no joke. One big life decision without a lawyer's advice will probably land you in jail. One big life decision without a lawyer-prepared legal document will probably cost you a fortune. Imagine, if you could solve these problems by using only your cell phone, our life will be much easier. Without leaving a comfort of your home. Imagine this, pre-legal opinion through crowdsourcing, talking to an AI match lawyer online, crowdsourcing of legal works online, scroll system that ensure delivery of legal works, AI-driven chatbot that assembles legal documents for you, online digital notary, online mediation, and AI-driven platform that settles dispute for you, and many more. We are doing this in Lexmeet because we are solving the problem of access to justice, not only here in the Philippines, but in other parts of the world. The 2019 World Justice Project survey shows that for Filipinos experiencing legal problems, only 20% of them will be able to access legal help. 80% will not. No wonder we hear injustices because of lack of legal services accessibility. There is really a legal service gap because access to lawyers is difficult. We have 45,000 lawyers for 100 million Filipinos, a ratio of one lawyer for every 2,200 Filipinos. The international standard is one lawyer for every 250 citizens. Ours is way below. Access to justice is really a big problem. We have a solution for that. In Lexmeet, we provide online legal service accessibility to clients. We give clients online legal service accessibility by giving them affordable, safe, and convenient platform and marketplace of legal-related products and services. A one-stop shop for all legal services needs. For lawyers, on the other hand, we are giving them a law of office automation and online presence. We are providing the lawyers an affordable, safe, and convenient platform to give them online presence and law office automation. As of now, we launched 3 products in web and mobile application form, both Android and iOS version. We are developing 4 more products for 2020-2021. We have 12 more products in pipeline which we want to develop for the next 5 years. One of our products is Assist. It is a free legal crowdsourcing platform that gathers lawyers' votes and comments on clients' legal problems to give the latter an initial legal opinion on the case without spending a single cent for it. Consult is an online legal consultation platform wherein clients can talk to a lawyer directly with a unique lawyer-client matching algorithm. It's easy. Just load credits, submit legal problem, select lawyer, and start online consultation using our video conference platform. For lawyers, we created a cloud-based law office management software that helps lawyers to automate their law practice and assist them in their day-to-day operation. Under development is our LexDocs, a chatbot that can assemble legal document for you using artificial intelligence. eNotary is a remote electronic notarial system that makes notarization of documents easy, convenient, and secure. Our business model is very simple. We earn through different revenue streams from advertising fees, platform fees, and one-time setup fees, monthly subscription, storage fee, per module fee, and others. As of November 2020, we already have 36,000 clients and 750 lawyers registered with 2 million worth of transactions. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, there is a big opportunity to vulnerable people only with a combined market size of 13 million OFWs, SMEs, startups, PWDs, and there are 25,000 small medium law firms in the Philippines that could benefit from Lexmeet. With the threat of COVID, online legal transactions are now a trend, and the courses are already online. The opportunity is much bigger. Now we have Philippines, by next 3 years, Southeast Asia, and so on, and the world. We have what it takes because of our unique selling proposition. We believe that we have the potential to be successful owing to the combined skills and experience of the people behind it. Our team are composed of people who work together for a long period of time with complementary skills and collaborative attitude. We have domain expertise in the field needed to make this startup work successfully. Our next plan is to increase traction, deploy 3 products, set up operations, and we'll be needing funding for this. Without funding, we're able to attain traction. With funding, we can achieve more. We hope that you join us in our journey and be part of the great endeavor of bringing to the world your everyday legal app, Lexmeet, legal help in a click.
Hello everyone, I am Jeffrey Reyes and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Twala, and we enable trust in the digital world. The status quo of contract cycle is that we print, we meet, and we sign, and the process is proven to be costly, inefficient, and insecure. And for the past 20 years, since e-signature became legal, we never went digital because of security and legality concerns. February last year, security researchers from a university in Germany disclosed the vulnerability of most PDF solutions, that it is possible to change the document content and timestamp even after digitally signing and encrypting it, known as a shadow attack. The Philippine laws requires both electronic and digital signature to be legal, to ensure signer's identity is traceable to an individual and that it is tamper-proof using cryptographic technology, something that the current e-signature apps are lacking. We are used to paper-based processes, but then the pandemic has changed the way we do business, and the manual processing of documents is just not enough. Introducing Twala. the next generation e-signature platform for signing, verifying, and storing digital contracts and documents powered by Ethereum blockchain smart contracts. Twala promises a better user experience. We are making the document process simpler, safer, and faster. With just a click of a button, you can sign contracts anywhere and anytime using any laptops or mobile phone. What makes Twala better? Twala, compared to competitors, offers both individual electronic and digital signature, making us more legal as it satisfies both the requirements, the E-Commerce Act, and the rules on electronic evidence. We verify the identities of our signers via an AI-enabled identity verification or KYC process. Our API is powerful. Competitor can only sign office documents. Ours can sign any type of digital assets like videos, images, CAD files, and more. Endless possible use cases for blockchain-based digital signature. Hashes of all documents signed within Twala are anchored in the main Ethereum network, making it independently verifiable virtually forever. So what are the opportunities? Every department from every company in all industries have some sort of an agreement workflows that are manual and just waiting to be automated. The global e-signature market is worth 25 billion and with a CAGR of 36.7% pre-COVID, and we're expecting it to grow even faster. There are almost 10,000 medium-sized and large enterprises and more than 80,000 small enterprises in the Philippines. We have estimated that the Philippine e-signature market is worth around $150 to $200 million. And if we focus on just 5%, that translates to 7.5 million to 10 million US dollars in annual recurring revenue. Our business model is straightforward and direct. Subscription. We charge a base of $9 for single users and $40 for small businesses. And we also have custom pricing for mid-sized businesses and large enterprises. We also charge for API use for our companies who want to integrate their solutions to ours. We are still in a very early stage. We just launched our beta more than 3 months ago, and we have engaged more than 30 businesses and more than 200 individual users, and most of them are now in free trials. We're expecting to release a new and improved UI UX next month based on the feedback of our users. We also won in the last QBO Rescue Startup competition. Our team is a perfect mix of skills and experience to build a company that can scale. I, as the CEO, has more than 10 years of IT experience and have worked for global companies such as IBM, Accenture, and Travelport, leading highly scalable projects. Paul and Ed, my two tech co-founders, are certified blockchain developers. Ed works on the front end and Paul works on the back end. Third, who was a Fulbright scholar in New York and a Philippine bar tap nature, helps us connect with the legal community. And AR, who is our marketing professional, works on customer acquisition. Our mission is to enable trust in the digital world and help businesses shift to the new and better normal. Once again, this is Twala, and thank you.
Hello, I'm Nina Tarol, CMO of Unawa, a regtech startup that offers ease of doing business at your fingertips. The Philippines ranks 95th out of 190 in global ease of doing business rankings, and no one feels the pain of red tape more than entrepreneurs like Chris, a small restaurant owner from Pampanga. When COVID hit, she was actually qualified for a small business loan, but she needed to physically travel to a bank to fill out forms, needed to travel back to submit supporting documents and sign a promissory note, and then she had to look for an available notary public to close the transaction and access much needed funds to stay afloat, all during the lockdown, all while trying to protect herself and her family from the virus. She couldn't complete all the requirements, so she eventually had to close down the resto and face the uncertainty together with over 1 million Philippine business owners that struggled in the rapid need to digitize. We all feel the pain of red tape and business inefficiency in this new normal, and that's why we're here. To accelerate ease of doing business, we need to empower regulators and businesses alike with the technology and the expertise to bridge critical gaps, especially as we build a better normal. Unawa is a comprehensive startup in the Philippines that enables transactions and accelerates ease of doing business to empower recovery and growth for a better normal. We integrate the best in legal and innovation expertise to make business more secure and transparent, more efficient, easier and efficient for both digital supervision and compliance for both regulators and entrepreneurs. And we do this with a leadership team that is composed of industry leaders and experts with a global network in 200 countries. Together, we have developed the technology to build a digital transaction hub and enable secure, one-time use forms, non-repudiation of forms and signatures, and automated workflow engines. Let's see how this works. So with SafeForm, we digitize paper forms and simplify the automation of workflows, which may be used for everything from government forms, bank forms, HR and medical forms, to other forms that can be used in the private sector. Next, we have SignSecure, which enables e-signatures and world-class encryption that are legally binding in the Philippines. This is perfect for signing documents that require e-signatures, such as application forms, contracts, agreements, MOAs, and the like. And finally, to close the loop on digital transactions, we offer SignSecure R Notary, which automates the remote notary workflow for a more painless and hassle-free notarization process. Unawa's digital transaction hub enables regulators and businesses alike to build trust, close deals, and generate income faster. This is all powered under the hood with proprietary technology like AI, robotic process automation or RPA, and blockchain. And because ease of doing business is our mission, our technology is designed for ease of use and to make the complex simple for you. Transforming digital transactions multiplies efficiency, productivity, and value. It generates up to 80% cost savings per company, gets business done 21 times faster than paper documents, and empowers MSMEs to be part of the $300 billion digital economy, helping entrepreneurs like Chris and ourselves earn and recover faster and create a better normal. Now let's look at the numbers. There's a $16 billion blue ocean in RegTech, driven by the increased cost of compliance, the rising need for faster transactions, support for RegTech innovations, and the lower barriers to entry for SaaS offerings. Now, from this global market, we are zeroing in on over 1 million corporations, SMEs, startups that operate under Philippine laws, bringing our SAM to around 20.5 billion pesos. We're zooming in further to target market segments in government, the legal sector, finance, healthcare, and real estate. And we arrive at our SOM of 1.09 billion pesos. Now, amid the longest lockdown in the world, we worked really hard to run product demos and pilots with a lot of organizations in our ecosystem. And this is what we've been able to achieve in the past few months, starting with SafeForm in April 2020. So we've realized initial revenue and are running pilots for all three products, and the SaaS version is expected to come out in Q1 2020. We have a three-pronged business model comprising of government, enterprise, and MSMEs, and we've already booked revenue of 1.3 million pesos amid the lockdown. We operate with a high profit margin of around 80 to 83% and aiming to be profitable by year one. We're targeting revenue of 211 million pesos by year 5 on the digital transaction hub alone, focused on the highly regulated industries and SMEs. We're also very happy that we've been recognized globally, winning competitions with the Asian Development Bank and other prestigious local, regional, and global pitch competitions. Now, 2020 has been really tough on everybody, but it clarified Unawa's purpose: to simplify complexity and bring ease of doing business closer to everyone so that we can all rise together and create a better normal. We invite you to share our mission because by empowering us, you're empowering Chris and the over 1 million Filipino companies and the millions of lives that depend on them. We are Unawa. We bring ease of doing business at your fingertips, and we thank you for having us here today.
Good day, everyone. I'm Jeff, co-founder and the head of business for Last Mile Inc., a shared logistics innovation company. We at Last Mile have been servicing different industries, providing impact to their delivery operations. One of the best industry to present are the e-commerce merchants. In 2020, we are expecting a revenue of $1.1 billion in e-commerce here in the Philippines, and there's more than 3,000 registered logistics service providers to service the market. And the question is, how many of them do you know? The problem that we're solving is out of the 3,000 registered logistics company, only few are known, and as a result, there are less alternative for the store owners. Last Mile Inc. is a shared logistics innovation company that changes the way business operate their last mile deliveries. We created a related product ecosystem that solves the pain for businesses that operates their own logistics operations and for those businesses that rely on third-party services. The first product is our delivery marketplace, Deliveries.ph, where we aggregate logistics service provider integrate their platform to a single booking app. It's a powerful platform where merchants can book their preferred provider, monitor all deliveries and statuses, and create consolidated reports using one dashboard. And here's the growing network of logistics service partners in Deliveries.ph that our customer can access. Our key to enable more logistics service providers and increase the quality of service to our customers in Deliveries.ph is our second product, which is Fleet. We believe you cannot manage what you can't measure. That's why we created Fleet, a data-driven delivery management platform that provides control and visibility to your delivery operations. This solution has been applied to various industries such as restaurants, courier, trucking, messagerial, and a lot more. And the third product is Riders.ph that provides an on-demand dedicated delivery rider support that we deploy to our customers when they need it. We made this possible by aggregating and partnering with various manpower agencies partners. Though manual encoding can still be done, our platforms are designed to be integrated. To make it easy for our customers, we constantly make an effort to build plugins and partner up with different platforms where merchants can set up their integration in no time. Our platform has both subscription and per transaction model. We charge from 100 to 500 pesos per account subscription depending on the industry and the product that they're using, and from 2 pesos to 30 pesos per transaction depending on the committed volume transactions by the customers. Our goal is to create the largest reliable logistics network in the Philippines and eventually worldwide. And here are the profile of our customers for each product. And as of now, we have acquired 2,700 committed transactions daily, 250 accounts subscribed, and 33 average rider deployed per day. To show you how the ecosystem works, from our partner storefront, the customer will order from your e-commerce platform, and the merchant will confirm if it's fully outsourced, the job will be created to Deliveries.ph seamlessly. And their chosen provider will pick it up and deliver to the customer to the doorstep. And if it's a hybrid model, from the storefront, after the confirmation of the order, and the merchant confirms, if it's serviceable area, it will be created to the fleet system seamlessly. They can assign them to their rider to deliver the goods to their customer. And there are chances that the capacity is not enough to deliver the goods to your customer. So all the riders are out, you don't have available capacity to assign the jobs to. So Fleet is actually backward integrated with Deliveries.ph. So from Fleet, in few clicks of a button, you can outsource it to a third party of your choice in Deliveries.ph. And that's how seamless it is to be in the ecosystem. We believe we have created a very strong lineup of founders for last mile to achieve our last mile goal. Myself, an accountant, a banker, and 3 years experience in the largest supply chain company in New Zealand. Anna has been leading our tech company from the last 8 years. Jason Kantakutan with more than 4 years experience as a solutions architect, and Brandon as a serial founder for multiple startups here in the Philippines. And that's Last Mile Inc. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone, I am Liron. I am the CEO and co-founder of Payo. Payo basically aims to make e-commerce simpler and better in the Philippines. But before I'll share that, let me tell you a bit about e-commerce. So, Philippines has about 100 million people living in it. 80% of them are connected to the internet. 75% of them said they bought online one time or another before COVID. I can only imagine that after COVID, we all got a chance to experience online shopping. And the interesting thing that I find interesting is that only 1% of the local retail market has online presence. Again, this number is before COVID, so maybe it changed a bit, but it just shows you how big the market can grow within the next 5 years. So this is the market. It sounds great, but there are problems. I think the biggest problems with e-commerce in the Philippines is that it's unreliable, inefficient, and its lack of transparency. For an online seller, there are numerous problems for selling online, but because of lack of time, it's going to be a short presentation and I'm talking fast, so I will just focus on the big four. The biggest problem is high cancellation rates. What do I mean? We are talking about a market that 25% of the orders are canceled there. This is a cash-based economy, so still orders are being done by cash. And when 25% of the orders that are being sold canceled, the seller has to pay for the delivery. It's very costly and it's hurting their profit. There is also the problem of unreliable buyers, people who change their minds, spend their money elsewhere, and there is no credit history. Late payout, again, cash-based economy. It takes 2 weeks, even more, for the merchant, for the online seller to get the money and for his sale. And there is the productivity lost. We are talking about so much time that the online seller has to spend answering phone, answering chat. Where is my order? Where is my tracking number? Where is it? Talking to the logistic company, talking to the buyers. Headache, 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 headache. And this is where Payo comes to the picture. Payo answer is actually answers. We have quite a lot of things that we do for the merchant, for the online seller. But I want to say that all of our answers are coming up to one very important thing. We try and help the online seller to be able to focus on their core business and leave everything else to us, the handling of the payment, the logistics, all the headaches. We do that by helping them ship faster, smarter, and cheaper. We have quite a few answers, as I said before, but I think our biggest solutions are, first of all, strategic warehousing. In the last year or so, we opened different hubs around the Philippines, and we tell our seller to put the stock there. So basically, at this point, the stock is closer to the buyer. It doesn't have to take 7, 10 days even until the order is being delivered. It can be much, much less time because the stock itself is so much closer to the buyer. We also have an automated courier matching system that basically chooses the right courier per parcel, per area, based on the analytics, on their data, and so on. We have buyer credit history. We convert bad buyers to different payment methods and cash, sellers, KPI tools, quick payout solutions, cancellation solutions, and many, many more solutions. The bottom line, we help the merchant, the online seller, to lower the cancellation rate from 25% that I mentioned before to as low as 7% by giving them more control and higher earnings. And the ROI is very simple there. Payo business model is very, very simple. We basically connect ourselves to every successful transaction. Notice I say successful. It is very important for us to connect ourselves with the success of our online sellers. We do that by getting paid only when they have a successful delivery, when they get paid. With other models like the quick payout, basically we make sure that they're getting paid as soon as the order is delivered. We have warehousing solutions and so on. But our main business model is the transaction fee. We are profitable. I'm very proud to say it, but it is getting there. In 2020, we became profitable. When you ask Payo online sellers, why are they using Payo, they would all say one thing. We take care of the headache, we take care of the pains, we give them the time to focus on what's important for them, which is the selling. But I cannot talk about Payo, I cannot talk about 2020 without talking about COVID-19. It is a part of what happened to us in the last year. And COVID hurt us like it hurt many others, obviously. We didn't see it coming. It caused us reducing sales. It showed the problem with nationwide delivery. Orders took 2 to 3 to 4 weeks even until they reached the buyers, and buyers were frustrated. So we had to change our focus a bit, and we did that. We opened same-day delivery within Metro Manila and other areas like Cebu and so on. We opened hubs around the Philippines. This is something we weren't really sure we were going to do until COVID happened, and it showed us that the only way to control shorter delivery time is by bringing the items closer. We readjusted our algorithm, we optimized our business. So we had a lot to do, COVID had a lot to do with our new Payo, and we're very proud where we're at now. Our plan for the next 24 months are, as you can see, a lot. I will not go over all of the plans there with you guys today. I will just say one thing. All of our plans are aiming to lower the time it takes to deliver a parcel. With more hubs around the Philippines, with more same day, with more next day delivery, with more customer data tracking and more transparency. We just want to lower the time it takes to deliver because this will make delivery percentage higher and higher. Payo team. So I established the company together with Daniel Toller. He is the co-founder. I'm the CEO of Payo, and I have a really rockstar team, all located in our headquarters in Makati. A team that I'm proud of and will not be where I am now without them. Thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Hello everyone, my name is Christian John Riliera and I'm the founder and CEO of Toca. The problem that we're trying to solve is a long queue in delivery hub, not reasonable delivery fees, long income, high expense sari-sari store. The solution that we want to provide is to develop a mobile app that has a function to online booking for pickup requests, scheduled on-demand delivery, parcel delivery service, affordable delivery fees, personal shopper function. And we also want to touch the sari-sari store because they have the low income, high expense right now. We want to add value or add revenue stream for sari-sari stores as a receiving hub to be used for personal shopper outlet, secured parcel box to be deployed in sari-sari store, nationwide operations in partnership with our competitor. The business model that we have right now is to provide a parcel pouch delivery nationwide, small, medium, large, XL to box, and also have a on-demand delivery in Mega Manila, which we will be using motorcycle, sedan, MPV, van, and light truck. Our marketing strategy is to use Facebook as one of our outlet channels to reach out our customers and potential customers by chance. Our competition right now is with LBC and JNT, but of course, what I've said a while ago, we will be having a partnership with them soon. Our traction right now, since March 28 operations, in on-demand delivery service in Rizal, Metro Manila, Cavite, and La Union, has a 1,907 transaction as of today. In personal shopper service, Rizal, Metro Manila, and Cavite has a 6,363 transaction as of today. And parcel delivery service nationwide is 1,023 transaction. Our partners also is SM Super Malls, Robinsons Malls, Santa Lucia Malls, and also DTI. Our product demo right now is in the end of December or first thing next year. So we are getting we are using right now to have our orders or have our requests in a Google form. But moving forward, we will be using this technology. We will be using this platform for us to be able to have a seamless transaction to our customers. And this is my team. Me as the founder and CEO of Toca. Melissa Jane Riliera is our CFO, which is in expertise as a CPA. Clea Joy Riliera is our head of operations, and Enrique Amparo III is our head of marketing and sales. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ace of Blogapalooza. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Philippines' premier influencer marketing company. The core of our business is we bridge brands to digital content creators, influencers, and the vloggers that a lot of people already follow. Now, what's happening in this space is that, next please, traditional media is dying and digital and social media are rising. Now, let me tell you more about that. Next, please. Traditional media was very, very expensive. And right now, most of these traditional forms of media are already transitioning to digital. That is why digital media are rising. And most people believe in the recommendations of other people. This also gave the rise to, next please, the influencers or the new media. Influencers have a large and actively engaged follower base and are very much trusted leaders, thought leaders in their specific verticals. Through influencers, brands are able to attract attention, affinity, and intent, which we know in the current space of advertising are the currencies. Very, very powerful currencies. But right now, where are the influencers? Who are these influencers even, and how do we find them? This is the old way. People would go to social networks and blast announcements, looking for whoever influencer it is that they would wish to find. Maybe some of them might look for influencers related to fashion, to food, to travel, to lifestyle, and many other verticals that the influencers create content in. This is the old way. This is a very manual way. But for us in Blogapalooza, next please. We have built an influencer discovery and engagement platform called Buzzin. Now, marketers don't have to manually search for their influencers and look for them in social media, like finding a needle in a haystack. With our platform, everything is going to be easier, faster, and more strategic. This platform works very, very simply. The marketer or whoever the user is would only have to enter the campaign details within that platform, everything about the campaign. You want someone that does fashion, you want someone that does food, anything really, even pets. What Buzzin will do is will generate the matches for that, and you only have to choose the influencers that you would wish to engage after that. And by the way, we operate in any different platform. We could do Facebook, we could do Instagram, YouTube, we could also do TikTok if that floats your boat. Next, please. For this platform, a lot of time and money are saved because marketers, again, don't have to manually search for their influencers. They could roll out the campaigns very, very quickly, and they can also talk to their influencers in a fast manner. It also saves them money because they don't need to have a lot of people anymore, and they don't need to do a lot of trial and error when it comes to influencer marketing campaigns. It's sort of like having a safety net for their influencer marketing. And the benefits to content creators, next please, is that, of course, they get to work with brands they truly like. The system that we have matches very effectively the brand campaigns and the current content that the influencer already creates. So that will tell most marketers and most creators that, yes, this is a match. Think of it like dating, but marketing. It also allows them to monetize their followers, their clout, their reach more efficiently. They don't have to find the brands anymore. The brands are there already. They only need to join the platform. Next, please. These are just some of the sample campaigns that we've had. We've done so many, from the biggest ones like celebrity global levels to the more, I'd say, micro or nano influencers. We could recognize some couple of familiar names here, I suppose. And there's more, by the way. Next. More influencers engage in different platforms. We have TikTok, we have Facebook, any kind of social media platform. That's major here in the Philippines. And these are some of the brands that have trusted us. Next, please. We segmented them in many different verticals because we want to show people that influencer marketing really works regardless of industry, as long as we do it right. And there is a proper way of doing that. For us in Blogapalooza, the reason why we're very credible is, next please. We have more than 7,000 people, 7,000 influencers, content creators in our communities. Over the years, we've worked with more than 300 brands, and we're able to execute campaigns in 5 geographies. Not just in the Philippines, we're able also to execute in Singapore, in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Hong Kong. What's comprising these 7,000 people are next, please. The communities of Blogapalooza nationwide. Literally, anywhere from Batanes to Tawi-Tawi, we have communities there. There is a Bloga fam present in any part of the Philippines. And if you're wondering how we're coping with the new normal, next, please. And next again, this is how we're engaging our influencers right now. Everything is live, everything is online, further proving that digital is rising like a hockey stick at that. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Ace Gapuz. I hope that I've taught you something about influencer marketing today. Next.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Roland. I'm with Kumu, just super excited. I'm part of the team, and I'll be presenting today about our pitch at PH Startup Week. So our mission is to empower the next generation of Filipinos with a platform to connect, play, and make a living in the most authentic way possible. And the main problem that we're really solving is just really connecting Gen Zs and millennials in a way that is a lot different than current offerings. So what is Kumu? So we're a live stream community made with love in the Philippines, and we basically have three main products within our community. One is virtual gifts. So this type of business is where you turn on your camera, you be yourself, and you make money through animated gifts convertible into cash. So there's something really authentic, very similar when you see a street performer like in BGC High Street or Eastwood, where they're playing a guitar and you put coins in their guitar case or in their cup. But we do this digitally tens of thousands of times every day. Secondly, we have our social TV. That is gamified productions where the audience doesn't just watch, you're actually a part of the show, which is really exciting. And number three, live commerce, where you discover products, ask questions in real time, and purchase with just a few clicks. So from a competitive standpoint, when you actually look at where we are, you see in niche audiences to mainstream friendly access, and then you also have light passive engagement and deep active engagement. So when it comes to light passive engagement and mainstream friendly, that's where you see like the TikToks of the world, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, and Twitter. And then on the niche side, where you do have that high active engagement with the virtual gifts and the live commerce, you have platforms like Bigo here, or a little bit not so in the friendly category. But for us, we see ourselves with really high engagement, but also mainstream friendly. So here's an example of ANC saying that Pinoy app Kumu grows by tapping millennial and Gen Z's need for authenticity. So our momentum, just most recently, we became the #1 top highest grossing app here in the country. We were also, according to the Google Play Store on October, we are the #1 top social app in the country. And for the first time recently in the Apple App Store, we became the #1 top overall app, beating other companies like Google, Messenger, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. And just very proud of the fact that, we are been the first Filipino company to really top the overall charts. But more importantly, we're actually powering an economy of Filipino creators in the thousands. So here we now, if you look at this axis, are financially successful creators, basically content creators who earn full-time incomes. We now have, it looks like more than 600 people are earning full-time incomes on Kumu, and close to 7,000 people who are earning part-time incomes on Kumu. And so here's a quick demonstration of the product of content creators earning virtual gifts. But we wanted to share what a branded virtual gift looks like. So really through the support and generosity of our advertiser partners, we've been able to really create authentic conversations with Gen Zs and millennials for brands looking to partner with us. So here's a quick video. Oh, wait, hold on. Yay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so guys, sa mga bagong pasok dyan, thank you so much po. Thank you sa Save For More.
Oh my God! Thank you so much, guys! Thank you, Daddy, for the cashback. Maraming salamat po.
15 stocks to
Baka mamaya gusto nyo pa mag-20, over na kayo mga lodi.
Thank you so much for the Black Consolidate, guys.
Iceman, wow, thank you so much sa Presto Cream.
Thank you ulit sa Angkas Ride. Ang dami kulit. Yes.
Sasakyan kita. Thank you, Aziz, for the hot treat. Keep on sending virtual gifts ng Food Panda. Woo! Thank you so much for you.
Bless you guys. Enjoy the Holy Week. Enjoy observing the Holy Week.
We have been blessed, you and I. Wow, there's a
Awesome. Super cool. And we'll just end with the slide. So here we are a team of entrepreneurs and technologists with a heart for the Filipino community. And with that, I really want to invite you to join the team. We have a ton of openings. We're really looking for folks with a lot of product experience, a lot of technology experience, or anyone who is really interested in being a part of something that we're really excited about. And you could actually send your CVs over at hrd@kumu.ph. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Good day. My name is Ron Baetyong of Podcast Network Asia, and today I want to share with you our vision and what we've been up to for the past year and a half in our journey. So first things first, I want to tell you what we are. But before we do that, I want to share our goal. We have 3 big goals that we want to achieve. First is we want to be the biggest podcast aggregator and producer in Asia. And I'll explain that to you later why. And we also want to be the biggest podcast advertisement platform and the podcast analytics platform in the world, because there's a big gap that does not exist in terms of podcast data aggregation. And most importantly, our goal is to make sure that all podcasts in the world are monetized, especially in Asia. So the problem that we're trying to solve is measured in 2 ways: the supply side and the demand side. From the supply side, there's only 20% of the top 200 podcasts in the Philippines are locally made. There's 31 million Filipinos listening to podcasts. However, only 20% of those are Filipino made, meaning there's a lot of consumption, there's not a lot of content. That's why we created the production side of our business to help create and enable more podcast creators to get that done. And lastly, there's also no standard in podcast production because everybody's doing this on their own. It varies in terms of quality. So what we wanted to do is standardize how that's being done so that it has the ability to scale overseas. Now, on the demand side, there's a lot of podcasts also being created. There's very few and little brands that are actually investing and advertising in podcasts. So that's what we tried to bridge. And lastly, when you're trying to get analytics in a digital space, you need analytics and data to back it up. So what we also created is a platform that allows us to aggregate all relevant data from the centralized podcast information that's already out there so that anybody can actually see and gauge the overall clout of a certain podcast. So how do we do that? We do that in 4 modes. On the supply side, we create a production arm so that we provide everything that a podcast needs in terms of creating a podcast, from production, studio, and everything else. We literally cherry pick the best podcasts out there. And also, our second mode revolves around growth and marketing, where we scale up the podcast so that they can actually realize their full potential. Now, on the tech side of things, this is where we get interesting, because we also allow monetization to our podcast, which I will discuss later on our business model. And lastly, we have created a podcast platform. It's called Podmetrics, that allows us to gather all information about a podcast so that a brand or anybody that really wants to invest in a podcast, and also the podcaster themselves, can actually see the data that's relevant for them to create better content. So again, from the supply side, we provide everything that they need. So from studios to editing, and of course the sponsorships. And from the technology we already created, this allows us to actually help podcasters that we're not even supporting, even if they're not being supported by us production wise, we can still help them monetize. And right now, as we speak, we actually have not just 290, I forgot to update this, we already have 400 podcasts in Podmetrics organically growing. And we've been able to monetize more than 30% of all the podcasts in the platform already. And the way we do that is through this, our business model. So it's very simple. We will be and we are already the biggest advertisement platform in the digital audio space, right? So the way we work is we don't own any of the podcasts. The same way Grab doesn't own any of the cars, we don't own any of the podcasts. We aggregate them and we help them monetize. So whatever we make, they make, we also make. And we work on a revenue share model where we work on a CPM and with an average contract size of $2,000 per campaign. And we also help brands create their own podcast if they want to create their own. It's $4,000 a pop. And also we've created a podcast academy that allows us to do that. So since we started last year and just this year alone, we've already made $210,000 worth in revenue with licensing deals from Spotify with our top shows. And also we've also created CPM deals, meaning these are the sponsorships that we get from Paymaya, Kumu, AWS, and Baskin Robbins. And also we've been able to monetize using affiliate marketing all the shows that are not included in our roster in P&A through Podmetrics to help other podcasts monetize their shows. And we also had 10 students on our podcast academy. And these are just some of the brands we've already worked with. And just in the network alone, though, the podcasts that were involved production-wise, we already have 80 podcasts and 8.2 million listens combined, making us the biggest network of podcasts in Asia as we speak here in the Philippines. And I'll explain to you why this is such a perfect thing. So if you can see here, we already have the best shows in the Philippines as we speak. And we want to replicate this already in Southeast Asia. And we're not just talking about random shows because these are the best chart-topping shows in the Philippines as we speak. We have the biggest shows in Spotify actually licensed out to 9 shows to be Spotify exclusive, and 4 out of 9 came from us. And we have more in the top 200 now as we speak, around 20 more, all coming from P&A across multiple territories and across multiple categories. So again, totally agnostic to what we do, but if there's a podcast with traction, the same way we investors or QBO invest in startups, we invest in podcasts. And again, the Philippines is the epicenter of podcast growth in Southeast Asia because it's the 6th fastest growing country in podcast listening around the world and number 1 in terms of growth in Southeast Asia. And matter of fact, in Spotify, there's only 4 countries that are being tracked there: Japan, Indonesia, India, and the Philippines. And we are right at the epicenter. And we don't want to stop here because we want to be able to replicate whatever we've been able to do here in the Philippines all over Southeast Asia, because we believe that Filipinos are the best storytellers in the world. And again, this is not just a niche. This is not a fad. There's a lot of people consuming podcasts already, and it attracts a certain audience. They are loyal, affluent, tech-savvy, and also intelligent, because the main intent of a podcast listener when they listen to podcasts is not to be entertained. Of course, there's an entertainment value, but their main intent is to learn, right? And this is the demographic that we've been able to get. A lot of people who are now tech-savvy and also have high disposable income, because podcast listenership is actually directly correlated to a rising middle class. And this is our team. We're no longer young baby boys and baby girls. Personally, this is my 3rd startup now. First startup was called Party File, failed. Did that for 6 years. My second one is Chatbot PH. I was able to exit that in 12 months after putting it up. And now we're shooting for the stars. And with my co-founders here who are veterans in what they do, we are ready to take on the podcasting world, especially here in Asia. So join us because this is the perfect time. In the past couple of months, there's so many podcast acquisitions happening in the podcasting space, and we want to be the one trailblazing that in Southeast Asia and in Asia. So again, we're very, very ready to take this on, and we hope that you're going to be part of this journey as we take on the whole podcasting universe. Again, my name is Ron, and if you guys want to reach out, just go to www.podcastnetwork.asia and check out our platform, www.podmetrics.co. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
Hello everyone, my name is Martin Peñaflor. I'm the main founder of Tangere Pinoy Survey with Prices. We are the largest online market research panel in the Philippines with over 400,000 members nationwide. In terms of the traditional market research challenges that we are trying to solve, it's expensive. It's something that only large enterprises can afford. Most of the time, it's not representative. We have clients in the Visayas and Mindanao area, for example, that are using data from Luzon, and it's slow. It takes them around 5 to 6 weeks before they can give you your data. In this day and time, 5 to 6 weeks, your data is already stale by then. So our solution is to provide real-time market research using our application called Tangere, with respondents coming from our active members. We call them the Katangere community nationwide. Our goal is to provide data 5 times faster than the traditional market research companies with 5 times the number of respondents. With Tangere, we provide the truth in time. This is the breakdown of our community members as of October 30, 2020. So every week, we're gaining organically 8,000 to 10,000 new members. So you can see this is representative of the Philippines for different demographics per socioeconomic status, age group, and location. In terms of the market size, our vision is to provide real-time market research to 2,300 clients, primarily in the small, medium, and large enterprises by 2023, with focus on food and consumer goods. It's $1 billion industry here in the Philippines, currently being dominated by the traditional companies. And of course, elections are coming up by 2022, so it's another $500 million industry for us. Our basic plan is we provide surveys starting at 2,000 respondents with 5,000 respondents nationwide minimum. It comes with top-line reports and analytics dashboard. In terms of our business model, we provide both quantitative and qualitative studies to our partners, our clients. We are already working with some of the biggest food and consumer goods companies in the Philippines, such as Mega Global Corporation, IPI, and Goldilocks. We are a member of PANA and Morris. And just recently, we won the CNN Philippines Final Pitch competition. The team is comprised by yours truly as the Chief Architect and CEO. We have a combined over 150 years of leadership experience from different industries, market research, statistics, software as a service. I'd like to highlight that we are getting leadership advice as well from Jojo Flores. He's a founder of Plug and Play, one of the Silicon Valley-based accelerator, and Mr. William Chulim, the president and CEO of Mega Global Corporation. Our surveys have been presented multiple times by both traditional and mainstream media, including CNN Philippines, Philippine Star, GMA7, among many others. That's me on the left side when we were awarded as one of the tech startups of the year for 2019 by the Asia Leaders Award. And that's me with my pitch for CNN Final Pitch Season 4. I'd like to end this presentation with showing our recent traction during the pandemic. As you can see here, in proportion to the increase of the number of active respondents that we have, our community members, is the increase in the number of commissioned and billable surveys for us. And that's it for my last slide. Thank you for listening in.
Hi, I'm Mac Evangelista, and I'm the founder and the innovation lead for Container Living Philippines. I have worked in the real estate industry for more than 10 years. I also have a background in environmental work. My involvement in environmental work plays a big role in why I started Container Living. While working in the real estate industry, the feeling of discontent grew stronger over the years. This was mainly due to the lack of sustainable innovations in the industry. Did you know that the construction industry contributes to 35% of global energy use and 40% of worldwide carbon dioxide emissions? This is according to the World Green Building Council, and yet we must be able to meet a housing backlog that is expected to increase to 6.9 million by 2030 in the Philippines alone. So, unless we rethink the built environment, our cities will become increasingly unsustainable. We need to do something. I started R&D in 2011 and was able to set up Container Living in 2014. The main purpose is to address the need for a socially responsible and efficient building methodology. We reinvented products, services, and business models by using non-operational shipping containers in residential and commercial construction, which has enabled us to create a new trend in the Philippine marketplace. So what is container living? Container living is real estate. There are four types of real estate. There's residential real estate, there's commercial real estate, there's industrial real estate, and last is land. Container living is able to build structures fit for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Our builds include homes, food parks, offices, and most recently medical facilities through hospitals or RAD. As we are now able to provide a wide variety of build options, we are expanding to land development for urban and suburban housing facilities. Container living is sustainable. From a traditional resource model of taking, making, using, and disposing, we are calling for a smarter, more resilient, and more sustainable solution to the built environment by utilizing synergies between industries. Byproduct synergy is a process that turns one industry's waste into valuable raw material for another, which offers an innovative and collaborative way of diverting waste from landfills, cutting costs, and improving the state of the environment. Sustainable construction has largely to do with conserving natural resources, and as green buildings are now becoming more popular, it's essential for contractors to be able to take a step back and rethink their practices. Impactful. Container living promotes the circular economy through high value upcycling. We aim to minimize energy use and waste generation in the construction industry through continual use of resources. Imagine planting and growing 6,000 trees for 10 years. That's how much carbon dioxide they have saved. And as we continue to bring impact to the lives of our clients, our business model also brought a very relevant impact to the company in terms of sales. And even during the pandemic, we are able to double our revenue from last year, and we haven't finished the year yet. Our revenue is when we all charge for design development and technical drawings. According to the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, the housing backlog is 3.9 million households. Assuming that production of housing units would average 200,000 units every year from 2012 to 2030, the backlog would still persist and hit 6.5 million households by 2030. The highest demand would come from the economic housing segment, followed by socialized housing, and lastly by low-cost housing. This leads us to a total available market of 6.5 million units. Container Living's serviceable available market is the economic housing segment, which comprises 42% of the total need. If we are to obtain at least 20% of this market, this is equivalent to 546,000 units or a revenue of 682,500,000 pesos. To be able to achieve this target, we are raising 50 million for capitalization. We are an all-female team and we would like to achieve a more sustainable future for the built industry. Together with our mentors, we would like to invite you to be a partner as we go through our startup journey in promoting sustainable living. Again, we are Container Living Philippines, impactful, sustainable real estate. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm the COO of Rentalbee. We have two sides of the same coin in the long-term accommodations industry in the Philippines. If I were a young professional or a student who wants to live closer to work or to my school, I'll have to join Facebook groups where I have to verify each listing myself, and while making sure that this fits my needs while being the best bang for my buck, of course. Now, for sure, I'd have to deal with incomplete information, sometimes even rude landlords, and worse, scammers. And that's really inefficient, right? But that's not only inefficient, it's very inconvenient for me and for everyone who's actually looking for places to live or stay where near their school or their workplace. Now, on the other side, maybe that rude landlord was actually having issues on her end, like a renter who's behind on the rent, or maybe just not enough revenues because she can maintain a good occupancy rate. And this is where Rentalbee comes in. Rentalbee is an aggregator property technology platform that revolutionizes the way renters find and stay in accommodations. We connect them to properties curated for them. So how does it work? Well, we have a booking platform where we make sure that the properties listed gets curated or fulfill the standard amenities young professionals and students are looking for, such as Wi-Fi and common areas. We also have a Roomie app with matching algorithm that lets users or renters find their roommates. And of course, we have a property management tool for landlords where they can manage their properties effectively and efficiently online. Now, we've rapidly expanded our value proposition. So we've started from simple booking platform, and now we have a back-end solution or an end-to-end solution for our partner properties. So we have two business models. The first one is an 8% commission fee built in each transaction made on the platform. So that's an average of $90. Given that right now we have about 6,400 beds in our inventory, so that's about 553,000 projected annual recurring revenue by 2021. The second one is based on a SaaS model with a price at an average of $8 per user. Given a target of 100 properties, we project a monthly recurring revenue of $800 and an average or an annual recurring revenue of $9,600 by 2021. Our pricing plan is based on how many beds a property has, starting for as low as $1. Now, we target heavy internet users in the NCR. These are actually the labor force in Metro Manila. It's about 133,000 young professionals or working professionals looking for safe and quality accommodations near their workplace. And that does not include students yet. Now, we target this market through different social media campaigns and activities. And at the same time, we also have strong email marketing where we do not only target those that are looking for accommodations, but also those that we want to partner with to provide these accommodations for the renters. And we also have different events and roadshows in schools, universities, review centers, and even corporate companies where we have different promotional materials and different collaterals that we have in those locations. Now, we begun with 4 pioneer dormitories in 2019 and have since expanded to 54 total properties situated in 5 different major cities in NCR. We've had a total of $260,000 total revenue since November of 2019. Our competition are booking platform lines such as Payo, Airbnb, and Rentpad, but we're the first and only aggregator platform that curates listings or properties before they get listed on the platform. And at the same time, providing a property technology platform for our partners where they will be given an agency to manage their property and grow them online. And this is our team. We are actually the game changer in the long-term accommodations industry in the Philippines, since we're targeting both professionals and students. And it is our vision to become the #1 long-term accommodations platform in Asia. And in 2 years, we aim to already have set a strong foothold in Malaysia, Indonesia, and other Southeast Asian neighboring countries. Together, help us provide a more sustainable solution towards long-term accommodations in the Philippines and in Asia. Again, my name is Patrick. Thank you.